chen shang zai. Hey, I'm Jay, and I make videos about traditional Chinese characters in alphabetical order according to the Pinyin romanization system. Today's video is about Tsang and Tsang, and this is a perfect example why I go in alphabetical order, because instead of learning just one character, you can learn several by just changing the radical of the sound form. Tsang in Pinyin is written C-A-N-G, and in phonetics, it looks like this. First tone, Tsang, is a warehouse or a storehouse. We actually have a kind of a ㄊㄤ, Tsangku combination where we store items for our language schools. So this is our ㄊㄤ slash Tsangku. Gotta get some chairs. We'll take the light ones. I think these. I'm doing the whiteout method. Very therapeutic.
I know.
Therapy for the chair too.
What a character.
To explain Tsang, we're gonna go back to this food radical because it starts the same way. I always say the side food radical looks like the word food, F-O-O-D. That's a side radical. The component for food is right here. So the roof is a little longer than this one. So let's check out Tsang. Same roof, same line here. Maybe we can think of this as a rafter. Same line here, here, here. But here's where it's different. Instead of coming straight down with this stroke, we're gonna angle this off to the left. And then we have a kol, or mouth radical, right there. Mouth radical kind of makes sense because a lot of those storehouses store food, and you put food in your mouth. Or think of the kol as a box in the warehouse. Tsang ku. Here's Tsang one more time.
Very good, honey.
Wife approved. Today, we, meaning me, I have to move a lot of stuff. I'm about 1/3 teacher, 1/3 manager, and 1/3 janitor. I don't do cleaning, but I do the heavy lifting, which put me in the hospital last week. I was in the ER. It's a tendon fraying issue in my hip, which is getting better. The show must go on. Injection, he said ma zui, which is anesthesia. In the States, it would be a cortisone injection, but I don't know what I got. And my wife went to pay for it. Here, it's different. So in the ER, if the doctor says you need something, you go to a pharmacy and pick it up. When I say something, it means a medicine. She went and picked it up and brought it back to the doctor, and he injected it into my hip. Feel great now. It's not great. I mean, it's still tight, but it's much better than it was. I mean, I couldn't sleep. The pain was that bad. So I can't really park in this alley because I have to be there for a while. Nobody would be able to get through. So I have to carry the stuff all the way down this road. One. Yeah.
我看到你，
啊
他怎么人不见了？
嗯，你要帮我吗？
我可以帮你。
哦，好，这个很轻，
嘛，对不对？
我有钥匙要给你。
好，我们要几张过去？
全部5张。
好 ，OK。朱迪好像在找你哦。
谁？
朱迪。
Judy 找我。
在找你。
Okay, I got some help. These are light. It's gonna be like Tetris putting it in my car. We even have signage. When we get to those characters, I'll definitely display those. It's the backing. The other side looks like this. Pretty cool. Everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we have a sink. Here's the magic. If we have the water radical here, now normally you would make these strokes first before this part, but let's add them to the side. And it doesn't change the tone. It's still Tsang, and it means blue. For example, Changhua is deep blue ocean. Now this is more for writing. It's more literary. An expression, Changhua Zhou, which means undiscovered talent. I don't know what that has to do with blue, but it's a common expression. Yet another first tone Tsang is if we're adding the grass radical to the top. Again, these strokes would be before this, top to bottom, left to right. It also means blue or dark green, maybe gray. You can describe the sky with this. Again, this is more in writing. There's a very common expression, 苍白, which means pale or faint in color. 苍老, or old or aged, is commonly used. If we have the boat radical to the left over here, 船舱 is a cabin for a boat. 机舱, a cabin in a plane. 机舱门, the door to the cabin in the plane. Okay.
头等舱
First class cabin.
商务舱
Business class.
豪华经济舱
Super executive class. No?
It's the
Elite class.
and 经济舱
Economy class. Thank you, dear. Got done playing Tetris. Now I'm going over to another school location to drop those off and move a couple of tables from a back building to a front building. Yeah, anyway, no time for PT today. I got 6 sessions of PT to do. 6. I don't really need my pain meds anymore. I got some stretches to do. JC said there's a new coffee shop around here somewhere. Maybe I'll look for that after I drop off these chairs. I'm in the mood for Leng Cui. That's what I've been drinking lately. Iced coffee. It's perfect in the summer. Shout out to him and thanks for the coffee, JC. This is kick-ass. The next character has 2 pronunciations. Second tone, Tsang, and fourth tone, Zhang. Changshen is to hide oneself. It's a little bit formal. It might be used more in the news. Colloquially, we might just say 多. Shou Tang is to keep things for yourself. For example, a book collection would be 藏书. 储藏室, a storage closet. And now the pronunciation of 藏. 宝藏 is treasure. Xizang is the country of Tibet. It's an 18-stroke character in traditional and 17 strokes in simplified. The simplified just saves 1 stroke by linking the 2 grass radicals on top. On the left is pan or chang. It's the piece of wood radical, Kangxi radical number 90. And it's the mirror opposite of pian, which means a thin piece or a slice. I have seen in the dictionary this character written without the chang. The fewer strokes, the better. Side note, without the grass radical on top, it's Tsang, and that's a surname. There's a famous poet named Tsang, and can mean to judge in classical Chinese. The center of the character, we have the Han cliff radical, which is actually Chang if you're looking at simplified characters, Chang as in Gongchang factory. We're opening up a can of worms here, sorry. And then Ge, which we had in our last video, the halberd. It's a Chinese fighting axe, a battle axe. And what I like to call the brick wall radical. Is it a radical or a component? It's chen, a brick wall. Chen is a radical. It's radical 131, Kangxi radical 131, minister or statesman. It also means to submit yourself to an authority. Not to be confused with Zhu or giant. I think I need to get one of those radical scrolls or posters to put on all the walls. Everywhere I am. Bathroom, put one in the kitchen, the bedroom. My wife would love that. 藏在巷子里，钱藏在钱藏在巷子里。
Say that one more time.
Okay, you say it.
钱藏在箱子里。
钱藏在巷子里。
不对，
钱
藏在箱子里。
钱藏在箱子里。钱藏 钱藏在巷子里。
巷子 is the alley.
Oh yeah, it's an alley. This is
箱子
箱子 a box. 钱藏在箱子里。Oh, the money was hidden in the trunk. Here's the new one. Coming soon. I just want to show you the bookshelf that sent me to the ER. That one, it's almost floor to ceiling. It's pretty heavy. One over here too. Yeah, that one. I had an ingenious way of moving it. I put mop heads on the floor because it was out here and dragged it from here all the way in there by putting the mop heads under the front and taking them out the back so it would slide easy. But that's what I guess messed up my hip. Either that or getting the thing upright. It's locked in. We had a carpenter come in and affix it to the wall. So that's not going anywhere. This panel goes on the outside so we can 藏一些东西. On Saturday, our plumber is coming over to help us hang these baiban. I could do it myself, but there's some other stuff like these fans and the like soap dispensers that get affixed to the wall that our plumber will do. So it's nice to have him. We've known him for a long time. And this is new, so we don't have kids fall. Rooftop is future volleyball, pickleball, etc. Fun. No mountains in this video today. Got lots of steps. It's a little early for Halloween, but we didn't want anybody running into these nice clean glass panes. We're kind of hidden in an alley right now, but school is right there. That's the largest school in our city, so pretty good location. And we're right by these old Japanese houses. Look at that, it's straw and mud in between. Wow. The parking. Okay.
你等一下。
好，要等一下。That's the biggest grinder I've ever seen. 好大。They have quite the selection. Good seating. I really don't like all this plastic. Whoo, that stuff has a kick. Feels good to get done. Getting shit done in Mandarin. It feels like I'm accomplished. And kind of understand how the immigrants feel in America. You know, just getting through their day in English. It's an accomplishment. Runner's Garden signing off. The next video is... 草草草草